Hey everybody, welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is Monday and it's time for our weekly recap of 911. This is season 3, episode 17, and it was titled Powerless. Alright, y'all. So this episode opens up with a 911 call, and it's a mother and daughter. They drive into like this area or whatever, and the daughter is basically like, I know you brought me out here because you and dad going through a divorce and all this other stuff. And the mom like, yeah, I know, but it's going to be okay. And so, of course, the little girl, she not really digging the whole divorce or whatever because that's her parents separating and stuff. So she's saying like she powerless, she don't have no power, and the adults going to do what they want to do and yada, yada, yada. So the mom was like, well, let's just take this mother-daughter moment, we going on this hot air balloon. As soon as I saw the hot air balloon, I said, "Oh no, that's dangerous. Who would do that? Why would you do that? First of all, it's too high. No." But anyway, they get on a hot air balloon, and it's going well and stuff, and it ain't no issues. And then, child, it start getting windy, so the balloon is moving more faster than what it's supposed to or whatever. So the man who's guiding the balloon, he's like, okay, I'm gonna have to land it, and I'm gonna land it in this area right here. He calls on the radio his buddy, and he tells him when he about to land the balloon and stuff. So the guy was like, all right, that's fine. So they get ready to land and stuff. So they landed. So first it was like a rocky landing because it was just like the wind was just blowing and he was trying to pull the balloon down and it was just boom boom. So it was a lot of turbulence or whatever. So, but they landed. So I was like, oh, okay, now what's gonna happen? So then the guy who is running the balloon, he gets out, the mom gets out. Child, this big gust of wind came. The little girl still in the freaking balloon, so she goes blowing all up. I said, oh my god, oh my god. And then as she goes, he he falls down and knocks his head on a damn rock. So so the mama like, oh my god, what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to do. So then she calls 911. It's like, my daughter's I can't find, no, she's like, I lost my daughter, Sophie. And she was like, okay, where's your daughter? She was like, I don't know, we're like in the middle of nowhere, she's flying away. She was like, did you just say she was flying away? And so I guess the lady told Maddie, like she in a hot air balloon and blah blah blah. So then they get the team is there too. Like the EMS was already there. Like Hen and Chim was already there, manning the guy, taking care of him and stuff. And so then Bobby and them, they was just like, well, how we gonna get her down? What's going on? And excuse me, they say that before they was on the truck, shoot. Buck was like, oh yeah, I heard it's a lot of accidents with these hot air balloons. And if y'all saw season 1, he was thinking back to where him and Abby had went on a hot air balloon trip or whatever. Buck had took her on a hot air balloon like date or whatever, and that's what she had told him. So he thinking about Abby. So anyway, at the scene, the team gets there and then they trying to figure out like how they gonna get her down. And the guy, the buddy, he was like, well, I usually talk to so-and-so on the radio or whatever. It's a radio in the balloon. So they was like, all right, well, we got to get close enough so we can talk to her and stuff. So then they start getting in the truck, and then they got the mom on there, and they talking to the little girl because they trying to teach her how to, pull the ropes and stuff to bring the balloon down. The mom like, you got to do it, Sophie. She was like, well, I'm powerless. I can't do it, Mom. She's like, look, you got to do it. You can do it. So then Sophie get up there. She start pulling the cords and stuff like that. She finally gets it low enough to where the team can jump out the fire truck, pull on the ropes because I forgot to mention when the guy was landing it, he put out ropes, I guess the anchors and stuff. So they grab on the ropes. So it was Bobby team and another truck. So it was 2 trucks, and then they pulling on the ropes to hold it steady so it won't blow off. And then Buck hops into the basket. Bobby holds on to the basket, putting his weight on it, and then they finally get the little girl out. I said, oh my goodness. And then when she get out, she talking about, oh my God, Mom, you are right. I'm not powerless. I have power. And, I want you and Dad to go to therapy. I said, not therapy. She is determined to get her parents to stay together, child. But that was it for the 911 call. Then we see Karen and him. So Karen is looking through the bills and stuff, or the credit card statements and whatnot, and she sees this charge for a takoyaki restaurant and stuff. She was like, well, where'd you go to this? I like that place. And she was like, oh yeah, I took Chim for his birthday or whatever there or whatever. And she was like, what? Well, why wasn't I invited? And him was like, well, if I would have invited you, then we would have had to invite Maddie, and then invite Maddie. We got to invite Buck, and then invite Buck. We got to do this. So she was going in the change. She was like, and then it'd been like a huge bill. So like, why would we even do that? And so Karen was like, oh, what? I like this frugal side of you. So then they all playing and stuff. And then they about to, about you, but they didn't quite yet because the kids was like, mommy. So then, him went to go check on the kids. So when she went to go check on the kids, her phone vibrated. Child, it's a text message from Nita or something like that. And it's 2 messages. And Karen was like, who the hell is this? Or whatever. So now her radar going up. She like, what? And I'm like, I know Hen ain't cheating. After the last time, I know she ain't that crazy or whatever. So they kind of end right there for now. So then we see Bobby. He at the house. Mike comes to pick the kids up or whatever. And was it Bobby picking up the kids? Yeah, they was at Mike's house. Bobby came to Mike's house to pick up the kids or whatever because Athena, she's been working on this whole serial rapist case or whatever. So she's been working late hours and stuff. And Bobby and them and May and Harry, they just kind of sitting there talking and stuff about what's going on. And then they start talking about May's prom. So our prom coming up and whatnot. And they talking about, how May had to convince Athena to, take a little couple hours off to go dress shopping and stuff. And Harry was like, well, yeah, you manipulated her and stuff. And she was like, I did not. And so then they started talking about her taking pictures. And she was like, well, y'all got 45 minutes to take pictures because we got to be at his house to, take the picture stuff. And so Mike was like, what? 45 minutes? But don't I get a little bit longer since I got this brain tumor? So he did the whole thing on May. And of course, yeah, he got an hour of photos and stuff like that. But then Bobby was saying, like, you can't use, because the kids went away. So he was like, you can't be using that excuse much too longer because, the scan's about to come back and stuff. And Mike is like, well, I'm excited about it, but I don't really want to jinx it too much or whatever. Well, no, Harry was still there because Harry was like, he's going to rock it and stuff. But he, Mike don't want to jinx it or nothing like that. So he don't really want to think about it. Then we are at the 911 station with Athena and the guy. I can't think of the detective's name or whatever, but they going over the clues and stuff for the case. The serial rapist, he hiding somewhere. They don't know where he went. They done lost him and stuff. Of course, Athena feeling guilty because she had him and then he got away. So the guy like, well, we gonna find him. Don't worry about it. It's not your fault and stuff like that. Then they so then they start interviewing the women who are on the tape. So we just saw last week one lady or whatever, child, they was like 7 or 8 women that this man had raped. Of course, he had a mask on, so they don't really have like no real hardcore evidence or whatever. And they was like recanting their story, not recanting, they was telling their story and stuff. And so one of the ladies, she was like, he stole me from me. I don't know how to get that woman back in that camera. And he stole other things from me too. And it was like, well, I don't recall you reporting nothing missing. And so she was like, yeah, he took a necklace that I had on while he was raping me. So they was like, yeah. So, how killers and rapists and stuff, they always want to have some damn trophy and stuff. So they was like, well, yeah, that's going to be evidence. So we got to find the stuff. We gonna find him, and boom, we got him dead to rights or whatever. So they thinking. Then we see Mike, he in his MRI or whatever. That thing is loud. I have never had an MRI or nothing like that. That thing is loud. I would be freaking the hell out. He was freaking out in there. He looked like he was having like a mild panic attack, child. And he said he was in that damn thing for 45 minutes. So he on the phone with Athena, and she asked him like, well, you okay? You okay? And he was like, yeah, I'm all right, but I just gotta sit and wait, and just gotta wait and see, because all that time they ain't got no results and stuff like that. So he fussing, but he said he okay. The cop, one of the detectives that we saw last week who was getting that footage from the drone, she tells Athena that she been looking over the credit card statements from the serial rapist, and that he keep going to this one coffee shop a lot. So Athena like, what's up with this coffee shop? So we already know she gonna go check it out. Anyway, we at the 911 dispatch, and then Josh is on the phone. We later find out that he on the phone with the DA, and the DA wants him to do like a personal statement. And Maddie was like, "Well, yeah, we all did statements and stuff." And he was like, "Yeah, but they want me to go to court and do a statement because he was double attacked or whatever." So Maddie was like, "Well, you don't really have to do it because he already pled guilty, so you really don't have to. Either way, he gonna go to jail." So Josh is thinking about it because he doesn't want to seem like a coward again, backing down from standing up to the guy or whatever. So he's trying to weigh his options if he want to go to the court and give like a statement. Then we see another 911 scene, child. This lady, we gonna call her Karen, okay? She come outside with her little white poodle, and she like, "Oh my God, you're murdering the trees." And it's the two guys, they work for the state, the city, and they trimming the trees from the electrical lines and stuff like that. She's like, "You're tree murderers, you're murdering trees." And they was like, "Ma'am, this is what we gotta do to do our job. Like, the trees get into the electrical wires and then it start a fire, all this other stuff, ma'am, it's okay." She was like, "Well, you gotta do it right. You just give them a crew cut and stuff." And so the guys was just like, "All right, whatever, ma'am." One of the guys, he go up in a little, the little bucket or whatever. He going up to cut the tree. But the saw, the power went out in the saw or something like that. So he tells his buddy, he was like, "Give me another saw and stuff." So the buddy go to get another saw. Child, why the truck take off? Karen and got in the game. Karen and got in the damn truck and stole the truck, child. The man still in the damn bucket. The other guy was looking like, "Where's the truck go? The hell?" Like, because he was just like, "Did she really just steal the truck?" So the guy who's in the bucket, he calls 911 and he was like, "I'm being kidnapped." And so he was like, Josh had answered the call. He was like, "You being kidnapped?" He was like, "Yeah, and they stole my truck." He was like, "Well, you reporting a car being stolen or are you being kidnapped?" He was just like, "Look, I'm in the bucket. The lady that stole the truck or whatever." He was like, "You might want to call EMS and get them here too," because he was in a bucket. So she driving down the street. Of course, the power lines is there. So he was about to hit a power line. So instead of hitting a power line, he jumps out of the bucket into like this that's like a UPS, like a package truck or whatever. So he jumps out of the truck, not the truck, the bucket, into the truck and onto some packages or whatever. The lady runs into the bucket, runs into the power line. So of course it's plastic, but then it's metal. So then it hits. She gets electrocuted. It wasn't funny, but it was funny because her hair was. Oh God, that's what her ass get. Anybody tell you to go steal no goddamn truck because they chopping down the trees? I was just like, oh my God. So of course the crew gets there or whatever. They assessing the situation. Bobby like, "We need the power off so we can help her or whatever because they can't touch the truck because it's hot or whatever." The lady just sitting there like. Jeez. The cops come. She was like, "Oh, you're here to get the tree murderers." Buckingham was like, "No, I don't think that's why they're here. They're here to get your ass." So Bobby like something. Buck asked like when the power gonna get cut off or whatever, and so then the power went out, and so Cat was like, "Okay, thank you on cutting the power off, calling the dispatch," and they was like, "Well, we would say you're welcome, but they're about 4 minutes away." So they was like, "What the hell happened with the power?" I guess her hitting the thing blew the fuse or something. And so it was like power outages all over the place. So it was a car crash on the street where Bobby and them was. They was like, "Are you serious?" Then Mike was in the hospital leaving, and this other guy got in the elevator with him. Of course the power went out in the elevator. So then they were stuck. They was like, "Are you serious?" Then something else. Who was it? It was somebody else. I can't remember. It was something else. Was it Athena at the police station or something? And the power went off, and they was like, "Are you serious?" It was somebody else that the power went out, and they was just like, "Are you serious?" Or what is it, Maddie and them, one of them. So the power went out all over the place, child. So it was a whole bunch of 911 calls. one guy, he's stuck in the damn freezer. He was like, he called the 911 dispatch. He was like, well, is it a power outage or something? Y'all doing something with the power? And she was like, yeah, the power is out for a while. And she was just telling them, like, stay safe, stay where you are. He was like, well, I can't really stay where I'm at because I'm in the deep freezer at the seafood restaurant or something like that. And she was like, what? And she was like, okay, well, it's a release button in there. And he was like, yeah, I tried that, but it's frozen over. And I tried to use the meat to beat it, but it's pretty solid or whatever. She was like, okay, well, it's going to be a while for them to get there. And she asked, like, what size was the freezer? And she was like, okay, you're going to have enough oxygen in there for a couple hours. He was like, a couple hours? I can't be here that long. She was like, it's okay. It's okay. Look for something that's not frozen. I was like, what the hell ain't frozen in the damn freezer? But he found some plastic and like aluminum foil. So he made like a little aluminum foil hat, and then he had like the plastic wrapped around him. I don't know how long he was in there for, but he had passed out. She was on the phone with him, talking to him and stuff, and then he passed out. The crew get there, and the crew got there, and they like, okay, we gonna use the power drill, to get the bolts out and stuff like that. Why the power drill ran out? So they ain't had no backup battery, because who knows what call number that was by the time they got there. They ain't had no backup battery. All the batteries was dead. They was just like, oh my God, how are we going to get this man out? So they were saying like the release button might need a charge or whatever. So they got the defibrillator. Child, why the damn show so damn shady and play Ice Ice Baby? So the whole time they setting up the defibrillator onto the freezer, Ice Baby was playing. We was like, Ice Baby. I was like, they is wrong for that one. But they used the defibrillator and it sparked the power plug. I'm not a power plug, a power charge enough for the door to open up. He in there, his temperature was like 89 degrees or something like that. They was like, we made it just in time and stuff, so he was gonna be okay. Of course, he might be having some frost bite or something. Who knows? But they did say he was gonna be okay. And then we see Mike. He's in the elevator. He talking to the guy. When the power went out, he was talking to the guy too. It really wasn't nothing to really go into. He was just really, talking to the guy. And then he found out the guy was a doctor, and that the guy found out that Mike was an electrician or whatever like that. So then at this scene, they was just talking about, him, the doctor, having somebody special at home. And he was saying like he don't have nobody special at home. He just got Oscar there, his dog and stuff. And I was like, this gonna be like a love connection or whatever, because it looked like he was finna holler at Michael, but we gonna get to why he didn't. So then we see Athena. She at the coffee shop. Of course, the coffee shop closed. And because it was late at night. It was dark. She was by herself. I said, why do she always be going by herself every freaking season? The first season was the damn what was the first season? The first season was the Halloween lady when she had glued the man back together. The second season, I can't think of what it was. But then this one, I said, girl, if she don't stop going by your damn self, but she went by herself. So she go by herself to the coffee shop. Then next door to the coffee shop is a storage place. So she like, I think he going to the storage place. So she calls it in. I said, at least she called it in. She called it in to the detective, and the detective said he was going to look into it or whatever. And he was like, I'll see you soon. So I guess he was on his way there. So then she sees like a door is propped open. So of course she go investigate. And then she going inside the storage thing. She going on down the hall and stuff. It's dark because the power out, and all she got is this flashlight. And then it looked like it was some red lights, maybe like emergency lights or something like that. So as she walking in, you can see the serial rapist. He all in the cut. And I thought he had like a knife or something, but maybe he didn't have nothing in his hand, but he was lurking. And so she just walking. And then she she saw another door open or something, and so she put her foot there. Well, no, it was propped open with something. So then she called Maddie and was like, what did she say? She said something to Maddie, like, I need backup or something. And then she looked inside, and then she saw, like, the dude was sleeping there. So he's sleeping in the storage area. So then she really was just like, I need backup and blah, blah, blah to come out here and stuff like that. When she did that, calling for backup, I guess like something kept her mic open, because next thing we know, we hear her just getting beat up. Like, you can hear it like all over the freaking the 911 dispatch. And then they was just like, oh my god. Maddie was like, it's an officer in danger, we need help, we need backup, we need all available units, blah blah blah. So that everybody rushing over there to get to her. Like, her mic's still open the whole freaking time, so she just getting beat up. And all you hear is like all that, right? Bobby and them, because they still getting the frozen man into the truck, they hear her badge number and stuff. And so Hen was like, Bobby. And Bobby was like, all right, y'all get him to the hospital. Everybody else in the truck. So they get everybody in the truck. Bobby is calm, but he is panicking. So he like got a panic calm on his face. And because you can still hear her getting beat up. And you don't know what's going on. And then all of a sudden you hear this pop, like this gunshot. I was like, oh my God. Bobby looked like he's about to break down. I said, oh my God, please don't let her be hurt. I was like, Bobby, don't you cry. Bobby, don't you cry. So everybody in the truck, they all like, because and nobody know what's going on. So then all the cops get there. They come out with their guns drawn and stuff like that, ready to, I said, that man gonna be dead, okay? So they ready and stuff. Bobby get there. He took the axe off the dang on truck. I said, Bobby about to chop this man up, okay? If he kill Athena, that man gonna be a shish kebab. So anyway, they get inside the storage place or whatever. They see the guy. He kind of beat up or whatever, but he handcuffed or something. And I guess he did get shot. And Athena, she just there like her eyes is closed. She barely can open them. She like all puffy and stuff. Hen go over there with the IV and stuff, and then Athena was just like, so she alive or whatever, but she got like a fractured rib, and then like her face was all bruised up and stuff. So then they get her in they get her together. The guy, he like the detective guy, he come over there like, oh, he been shot, he need a medic. Bobby was like, he can wait. I said, I know that's right. Because Bobby had that axe when he came in there. Child, he had that axe in front of that man. I said, if Athena die, y'all better grab Bobby. So anyway, they get her on the gurney. They take her to the hospital and stuff like that. They got her in the then at the was he at the hospital? I think he was at the hospital. So yeah. Or was it a clinic? I think it was a hospital. So they open up the elevators or whatever. And so then Mike, he gets out the elevator and he talking to the doctor a little bit, but then he gets a phone call, and then Bobby tells him, I guess, what's going on. So then Mike, he bolts. The doctor like, what's going on or whatever. So that's why I said he might have would have tried to holler at him if he had the bolt off, right away or whatever. So then next thing we see, Mike got the kids. He explaining what's going on with them. I mean, going on with Athena. He was like, we got to put on a brave face. Mom been hurt and stuff like that, but she okay. And, we just got to make her feel good. So then they get in there. She all bruised up. She got a cast on her arm. But she okay. Like, she alive. She okay or whatever. She just got to stay at the hospital a few days. The kids hug her and stuff. Bobby tells them that he's staying overnight. They getting him a rollaway bed. And she like, nah, you ain't got to do it. He was like, look, you don't tell me. Bobby ain't playing no goddamn games. So she was like, okay, I could enjoy the company, or I could use the company or whatever. He was like, bitch, look, if not after last night, like, shoot. So Bobby, he stays or whatever. Then what happened, child? Oh, so then we see Karen, she's snooping. So Hen comes in, they got a babysitter and stuff. I guess they going to the hospital to see Athena and whatnot. And she like, well, the babysitter here and whatnot. And so Karen started snooping because she's trying to figure out what's going on. She found like some little post-it note with like addresses on it and stuff like that. So then she tells Hen that she's not feeling well. You just had fun at the hospital and stuff like that. It's okay. Send my love and stuff. She was like, oh, okay, all right. And so then we see Bobby. No, we don't. I'm lying. We see Maddie and Josh. They talking in the dispatch thing. And Maddie was saying like she gonna have nightmares about what happened to Athena, but she glad she okay and stuff. And Josh was like, well, at least you got something to talk to your therapist about. So they had like a little joke there. And then she told him, like, you need to talk to him too about, you know, testifying and stuff like that, because that might cleanse you and make you feel a little bit better and yada, yada, yada. So that was it for them. Then we see Karen. She at Chimney's house, child. She asking him, like, what's going on? What's tea? Like, let me know what's going on. She cheating on me? And I'm like, she would never. She was just like, he was like, well, not after the first time. No, she wouldn't do it again. So they trying to figure out, because she was like, look, she said she was at this restaurant with you. Which did she go? And he was just like, oh, why was she lying like that? I like takoyaki or some foolery. So he mad because he used his name to lie and stuff. So they got drunk, child. Next we see freaking Hen coming to pick up Karen, and then Chimney drops snitches and what it's like, and then Hen is out here cheating, and she was like, cheating? Ain't nobody cheating. And Karen like, I got the evidence right here. It's 2 text messages from Almeida, and then this posting note, this the hotel you was gonna meet her at. I was cracking up because they was so drunk. They were so drunk or whatever. But turns out Almeida is the doctor who congratulated Hen for saving a lady's life or whatever like that. And she's going to have her sign up for med school and stuff. So the addresses was where she can take her MCATs and stuff like that. So of course Karen was excited and happy for her and whatnot. She was relieved. Chim looked kind of down because of course he gonna lose his buddy, and that's what he said to Maddie later on in the episode. Mike came to check on Bobby. Bobby was saying like he not fine because just seeing Athena like that in that shape had him really feeling down and stuff, and he's not doing well because like he knows it's part of the job, but just seeing and hearing her get beat up and stuff, he's not really feeling really good about it or whatever. So he has like all this anxiety and stuff. So Mike's like, well, how are we gonna get rid of it? And so they picked up the hammer, a sledgehammer and stuff, and they started beating down the dang on fireplace. He was like, she gonna kill us. He was like, well, I just built y'all another one. Ain't no thing. So there we see I'm about to call her Maggie. May and her date, and then Bobby and Mike, all of them at the hospital, and they taking the prom pictures and stuff like that. And at first Athena was like, well, I don't want to get in the pictures and stuff. And May was like, Mom, you need to take this picture with me because the thing that you did was real brave, and I want you to take the pictures because I want to see you in this light or whatever. So of course she took the pictures. They turned out real cute. Well, I guess they did, child. I don't know. I know when they was taking the pictures, they was cute in the picture. And then we see like the end. So the ending, child. Oh, before I get to there. So it was prom pictures in the hospital room. Then it was Josh. He calls the DA, said he want to give his statement. Chim says he's gonna miss Hen, and then Karen is excited that Hen wants to be a doctor. Then at the end, because remember it's a part 2. So then it's a 911 train derailment. Child, we see Abby. She called a 911 station. She giving them all the stuff. We gonna need this. We gonna need that. We gonna need that. Maddie was like, well, it sounds like you did this before. She was like, yeah, I used to be a 911 dispatcher or whatever like that. That train wreck was horrible. Okay, horrible. I don't even know how with survivors on that thing. That thing was horrible. But that's how it ended with us seeing how the train derailment was or whatever. I said, oh my God, Buck is gonna lose his whole entire mind. And then did y'all see in the preview where she was like, she looking for her fiance? I said, poor little Buck heart gonna be broken into pieces. Child, he ain't gonna be able to take it. He ain't gonna be able to take it. But that was it of for 911. Let me know how y'all felt about this episode. If y'all like this review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then hit the notification bell to be notified from when I drop new videos. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.